This is the robot my team made.
That's a really cool robot. I always wondered how to make one.
Let me show you. Robots can do many different things. In the past, my team has made robots that can lift things, move things, or drive very fast. This time, we made a robot that can pick things up. Here is our team beginning to plan our robot. We talk about what we want the robot to do, and then everyone gives their ideas on how that can happen. Sometimes we don't agree, and we have to talk about it until we work it out. Once we all agree on a plan, we start to build the robot.
So how do you make the robot?
We start by making small models to test our ideas. This is called prototyping. Here we are trying out different ideas about how to lift the bricks. We make these prototypes out of things like Legos and metal to test our ideas. You can use anything to make a prototype because we won't use them in our finished robot. After we know what idea works best, we draw our plans out on a computer to see how the parts fit together. This is our teammate checking to make sure everything fits and we won't run into problems.
That looks really difficult to do.
It can be, but we practice and can do it well. Now we get to start building the robot. This is my favorite part. Here we get to use our tools to put it all together. Most of our tools are the kinds you may have at home. Other tools are a little more special. Sometimes we get to use power tools like a belt sander or a drill press. One tool we use to make parts is very special and is called a 3D printer. This is a printer that makes plastic parts.
Why is some of the robot plastic?
Plastic is sometimes better to use because it's easier to make the special parts we need. To make them, we draw the part on the computer and use a 3D printer. Then, we add parts to the robot.
What other things do you use to make the robot?
We use lots of metal in our robot to make it strong, and we also buy some parts from the store, like wheels and motors, to make the robot move. Electronics are added to the robot to tell the motors when to start and stop moving. Once our robot is put together, we start programming it on a computer. The program is how the robot knows what to do when we press a button. Now that the robot has been programmed, we can start testing it.
That looks like a video game controller.
That's exactly what it is. We connect it to the phone with a wire and use it to drive the robot. This robot takes 2 people to drive it, one to work the grabbers and one to drive it around. It takes lots of practice to work together like this. Sometimes we run into problems. When that happens, we figure out what the problem is and try our best to solve it. This is called the engineering process. Everyone makes mistakes, and then you have to try and fix them. Solving problems is one of the fun parts of robotics. Once the robot is done, we take it to a competition. At the competition, robots get points for how many bricks they can grab and how quickly they can stack them up.
Wow, that looks like a lot of fun.
It is. Building robots is hard work and can take a long time, but it's a lot of fun too.